Okay, I am live. Well, guys, we're doing something special today, hopefully together. Hopefully when there's people here. But if there's not people here, then basically, yeah. Okay. I didn't clear my throat or anything. Today we're going to be dealing with color blindness. So if you can see all those colors, then like no, I'm not kidding. But no, basically, like I'm kind of severely colorblind. Like I'm not like fully colorblind, but I'm severely colorblind. And the thing is, though, when you're colorblind, you kind of you don't know that you're colorblind. So yeah, you don't know that you don't know about colors. You don't know that you're missing colors or anything like that. It just is a thing, you know. It's like when you grow up, you kind of, as you grow up, you kind of just assume that everybody else sees exactly what you see, and that's just a thing, you know. It's not a huge deal, but that's the thing. It's not a huge deal. It's never been a thing. It's like the people that are born blind, you know, like to them they've just never been able to see, so it's not something that they've ever missed, you know. I've never missed it, you know. It's not been a thing for me. But then again, unless somebody told me that I was colorblind, I wouldn't have known that I was colorblind, you know. And I'm not fully colorblind, that's the thing. I can see very, very well, like a bunch of colors, you know. I can see very clearly a bunch of colors. I can see all of these, but the thing is that I see them differently too. Let me just open them and show off my new pencils. One of my new pencils, my new-ish pencils. But no, I can see all of these very clearly. I can see, like, you know, I can see, you know, I can make out that this is yellow, you know. This is kind of like eggshell yellow, you know. This is orange. This is light red. This is red. This is purple, blue. This is blue. This is blue. This light blue. This is green. This is brown, green, kind of. You know, I don't know the name of all colors. That's the thing. That's the problem with this. This is brown, and that's black. You know, I can see all of these colors. These are not a thing. You know, it's a thing. However, when I was younger, I always just equated certain colors with being like, I was informed and I was told that, like, one of these isn't brown. One or two of these isn't brown. One or two of these ones isn't brown. And I was like, yeah, okay. You know, and I was told that one of these is pink. And I was like, I don't know what pink is. And they showed me what pink was. And I just like, I was just like, that's red, or that's like that's blue, or that's you know, kind of like a yellowy peachy color or something, you know. Basically I just assumed that it was that, and that's just one of the things that I was like, oh, I'm just getting the names of the colors wrong and stuff. And then I got to, like, I can't remember how old I was, but we did, like, somebody had a color blindness test, and like I did it. And then when I was getting evaluated and stuff for the Navy, like they did all sorts of tests. You know, you did all sorts of, like, hearing tests and all that stuff. And one of them was a color blindness test, and basically you checked color blindness, and yeah, like, had officially been tested, and I'm like kind of severely red-blue, oh, no, not red-blue, red-green colorblind. So, but like I said, it's never been a thing for me, you know. I don't really care. It's not like I'm missing out on all of the colors of the rainbows or anything. Well, actually, that's exactly what it is. But you know what I mean. You know, I've never really like been bummed out about it or anything. And I've talked to somebody who basically is fully colorblind, and they didn't know they were fully colorblind until basically they tried some of their friends who's also fully colorblind, tried on some of these super glasses, and they said that it's fucking life-changing and stuff, and I was like, what? Really? He's like, yeah, I basically wear them all the time. I order myself some and everything. And they cost like, he's in America, they cost like $40 or something, $50 in America, which is kind of cool. That means it would be super cheap over here. But yeah, he suggested the site that I go to basically get the customized glasses, because like I said, he is fully colorblind, but his friend who basically told him about this website, where he got the glasses from, basically they are partially colorblind and they customize it based on your test results. So one of the things that I'm going to do here, there's nobody in the chat, there's nobody watching this. I feel really kind of self-conscious about this because basically I'm doing it by myself now. So yeah, oh no, Darwin, just see when I said that, somebody appeared. Darwin says, hi Tubbs. Hey Darwin. So we're doing the counselor thing. I've changed the name to the counselor thing. You know, it used to be live counselor Tubbs or live Tubbs counselor or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but no, this time I changed it to just LiveTUBBStalk, because that's basically what I do. I talk to people about their problems or something, and it's advice week, so this is what I'm doing this week. But no, today's topic is partial colorblindness and everything. So are you partially colorblind at all? Do you have any kind of colorblindness? Hope people show up. Well, me too. So people are bound to eventually, but until then, like, I'm just going to keep talking. Unless you had any pressing issues. It's also piggy noise week, so that's good. Unless you had any pressing issues. I ate a lot of chicken today. My tummy is really, really kind of weird about that. Anyway, yeah. Do you have anything you want to talk about and stuff? I'm making funny noises because I'm just spinning this around in the bottom. It comes with a little hook thing, so you can hang these up. But I got out my colouring pencils to demonstrate like just colour blindness and stuff. It was good fun now. Anyway, yeah. So, like, living with my partial colorblindness, I put partial in like capital letters for the title of this live stream, just because it's like I was going to put living with colorblindness, and then I was like, no, because I'm not colorblind. I'm not fully colorblind. Yeah. What do you look for in a person you have a crush on? What do I look for? What gets my attention? You mean? Is that what you're asking? What gets my attention? Cuteness. I do like cuteness. You know. I can't help myself if it's like You know, I don't know. I'm more about personality. I'm more about personality. I'm more about like um care, you know, people with caring natures. I don't know. I'm more about personality. Like I do have like if somebody looks like that they're a good hugger, or they'll be nice to hug. Essentially, that's good. You know, I don't really have a type though. That's the thing. You know, it's basically like a unique feature of theirs. You know, I find great. Would be awesome. Like my partner has very prominent front teeth, and they make him look like a big beaver. And that is so cute. But yeah, I don't really have a thing, but basically a person that, you know, gets my attention and stuff. They just it's definitely the cuteness thing, and like I really don't know. It has to be. There's always something unique about somebody that I'm attracted to. You know, like a really nice smile. I don't know. A cute giggle. Oh my god, I melt if somebody's got a very cute giggle. You know, if you giggle like Winnie the Pooh, I would be like over the moon. I'd be like, oh, it's so cute. I want to hug him. You know. But yeah. There's the cuteness factor. Like Chris in Vegas. Well, he's not in Vegas, but Chris in Vegas, my vacation boyfriend. He it just looks nice. You know, he's just a very, very nice shape. I definitely wanted to wrap my arms around him. You know. Wanted to do naughty things to him. Yeah, basically. Yeah. Anyway, to answer the question, what about you? Anyway, yeah. Getting back to the colorblindness thing. Yeah, I'm mostly colorblind too. Like I've got red, green colorblindness. But essentially, from what I've been told, what I was told when I actually did my color test, when I did the Navy color test and stuff, color blindness test, they basically said to me that like you've never seen the color pink. It doesn't exist to you. And I was like, okay, meh. Yeah, who cares? Yeah. Basically, the colors that I can't see, they kind of just blend into the background of the other colors that are around them. And yeah, like I said, I don't miss them because I've never seen them. So yeah, you know. But it's some greens as well. I just can't see. Some greens do the exact same thing. They either appear white, grey, or they don't. They just blend into whatever color happens to be around them. So yeah. Yes, what I like in a person is their smile and that they like me for a person I am. But yes, you know, the mutual attraction thing is something, you know. The mutual attraction thing is something. If somebody's very into me, I could find that attractive, depending on how they go about it, you know. So like, yeah. If somebody's into me and they bring me food, it's like, yep, happy, very happy with this person. Keep doing that, you know. But yeah, if they're like really confident and stuff, then like I normally don't go for like, I don't know. It's really hard to say. I keep fiddling with this. I don't plan for what I was going to do for this live stream, but it looks like it might not be happening. I've been told that not a lot of people get notified when I'm on live stream and stuff. Not the notification doesn't go out to everybody. I'm actually going to hit Discord up. Let's see. Am I pink? No, some people have only just figured out that Total Biscuit is dead. It's like that's, yeah, he's been dead for a while. Well, a few days. He had like cancer or something. It's a shame. I have that problem. I don't get notifications, and I have to sit for me to. I have it sit. I'll set. It's set for you. Yeah. What happens is that basically like YouTube is broken. I wish that I could say it in a different way, but no. YouTube is pretty broken. YouTube is just yeah, it doesn't work sometimes. Anyway, yeah. Do you have another question, or did you want to talk about the colorblindness thing? Like when I have more people on, or a regular, or something, I'm going to basically I'm going to do a colorblindness test and maybe order some glasses. Maybe order some colorblindness glasses so I can actually see color pink and green and stuff. I don't know. I basically just saw that like it's you know, colorblindness is actually like a big deal for guys. Like one in is it 1 in like a million? It's like it's 1 in a million. It's 1 in like 1,000, or it's either 1 in 1,000 or 1 in a million. Oh no, I read that too. I've read that already. Yeah, it's one of the, I can't remember the exact statistics, but basically I did read that it's very common in men to have some form of colorblindness. But total colorblindness, it's like 1 in 1,000 or 1 in a million people. And they're usually men. And one of the things is it's Celtic genes. It's Celtic and Neanderthal genes. It's weird. It's a weird combination. Basically, it means that like it's very super mega common for like Irish people, for Northern Scottish people, and for anybody that has the like switched on Neanderthal gene ancestry. Basically, like, yeah, it's weird. It's very weird, but that makes sense because I do have some Neanderthal DNA, and I basically am like I'm a Scottish and Irish hybrid, so that's like shit. You know, that's all of the markers. I could have like complete colorblindness, but it's kind of lucky that I don't. But yeah, my brother apparently has some colorblindness too. And my dad may be fully colorblind, but he basically just doesn't do the tests ever because he doesn't want to know, because he doesn't know if there's something he's missing out, which makes sense. So yeah, it's hereditary, which is great. I have one more question before you do that. Can we see another video where you eat whipped cream And what is your favorite beer brand? Well, I'm a fan of Guinness. It's what I order whenever I go to the pub. I have Guinness. I don't want other stuff, but Guinness is just nice to me. But you know, I don't really have like a favorite beer brand. It's basically whatever's nice at the bar. But I judge the bar on how good their Guinness is, if that makes sense. Weird, maybe. As for the whipped cream thing, whipped cream is notoriously hard to store, and I don't really use it for anything besides making that video. I don't put whipped cream on all stuff, and you know, if I do play with whipped cream, you know, like sexy play and stuff like that, I don't usually do it that much because basically it tends to just be it tends to make you smell of just like a weird soy smell for ages. Even if you get it all off of you, you somehow still smell it. You need to have a shower afterwards. So it's kind of like something that I just don't get, because it doesn't last, and basically is it's not like good on stuff. Normally, if I'm going to get cream, I have cream, you know. So yeah, basically, not until more people request it or somebody pays me for a video, you know. Any more questions, or do you want to check your color blindness? Any more questions, or like any problems you're having or anything like that, let me know. What time is it in the States? Maybe that's the reason. So it's nearly midnight here. It's 22 midnight. That didn't help at all. Yeah, so just it's just evening. It's evening time. Huh. Weird. Okay, I'll let you know when I think of more questions. It's 6:38 in the yeah. I know. I just checked my computer. Right. Well, I was hoping for more people to show up than just like us two. Okay. You ready to see how colorblind you are, or do you already know? Right. Where's my? I've got to do the screen share thing. I did not need to do that. Let's do this. Oh, fuck it. I'll just use full screen share. It seems to be like not working. There we go. So you can see my entire window. So I'm going to use a website called Enchroma, however you pronounce that, whatever that is. But this is a site of this is a website where you can actually get glasses and stuff. Color vision test. Types of color blindness. See, I'm that thing. I'm the strong pro-tan, I think. I think that's what they call it. But this thing is full color blindness. and this is what I am. So I'm kind of, yeah, I'm kind of less, yeah. But yeah, you basically can get like sorts of, they tell you where to get your light glasses and stuff. But yeah, it's a series of this kind of test where basically you see a bunch of dots on the screen, and you basically you just say what numbers are in the middle of the dots and stuff, and they'll tell you basically if you can yeah, if you can see, if, well, you basically tell them if you can see it or not. I'm explaining it wrong, but essentially, like, I'm going to go through the test, and you guys can figure this out for yourself, or run it with me if you want. But yeah, well, let's have a look. Let's see if this works. So here we go. I'm going to do the test and demonstrate how easy it is. It's not something super rough or anything. Right. For hidden number tasks, you will see an image composed of small dots. The image is only shown for a short period of time. Look for a number that is hidden in the pattern of dots. The number will be a single digit from 1 to 9. Select an appropriate button to indicate what you see in each image. You can also type the corresponding number in your keyboard and numeric keypad there. And yeah, hi Beboff. We're doing a color blindness test. So let's go. That's 2. That's 1. But I'll be quick with this. That's, I can't see anything. I think I can see something, but I'm not entirely sure what that is. I have no idea what that is. Oh, that's nothing. Isn't that nothing? Oh no, wait, there might be. Is there a 3 in there? Again, I'm partially colorblind, so I can't see anything. Nothing. These are all grey, right? I'm pretty sure these are all grey. You don't see nothing. Oh, I see a 9. I see 9. I see 9. 8. 9. Oh, I see something like a 3 or so. I'm unsure. Well, that's a 6. I'm pretty sure that's a 6. 6. 1. I can see that one. Something. I don't know. You have to be completely honest, or basically, if you get like glasses or something, then you won't be able to see. It'll tell you what glasses to get. That's a 5, 4. Oh, it's nothing. I think there's something in that one, but I'm not entirely sure. Again, I'm not entirely sure. I don't think there's anything. Okay, really faint grey dots, but I can't see anything. I kind of can see an 8 or something in there. I can't see anything. That's 4. I don't see anything. I can see something is triggering like the weird like optic thing, but I can't actually see any numbers in that. Again, it's doing the same thing. Something's triggering like weird color distortions from what I'm seeing, but I can't see anything. I can see the 9. Kind of, it's not a very good formed 9. I think that's another nut. Again, it's triggering something. That's just nothing. It's green dots. Green dots. So there. 7. No, 2. That's a 2. I can see a 2 in that one. Is that another 2? Is that a 1? I shouldn't guess. I should just give it a proper. That's nothing. That's a 6. I can see the things. They're not very well formed numbers. That's the problem. Is that the same image? Ah, I can see around. It's an 8. That's nothing. That's another 8. I can kind of see another round and a thing up here. So it might be a 6, but I'm going to go with 8. 1. I can see a weird another 1. I can see something here. 4. 1. I can see that. It's like a blue 1 and green. That's unsure. Okay. Oh, okay. So apparently I'm an extreme GM. I don't know what that means. But luckily they tell you exactly what kind of like colorblindness you are, so that's really cool. Based on customer satisfaction data, will the Enchroma glass work for me? We estimate there is a 50% chance that Enchroma glasses will help your color blindness. However, the effect is subtle and you may need to wear the glasses a few weeks before you start to notice a difference. Okay. We can return the Enchroma glasses for any reasons within 60 days. Awesome. What is an extreme deuterium? Deuterium is or deuteronomaly. Is a type of red-green color blindness in which the green cone doesn't detect enough green and is oversensitive to yellow, orange, and red. Well, as a result, greens, yellows, oranges, reds, and browns may appear similar, especially in low light. It might also be hard to tell the difference between blues and purples, or pinks and greys. There you go. See, it's really, really accurate. However, I was told it was not that. So, yeah. glasses look like ordinary tinted glasses, but the effect they have on color vision is extraordinary. If you have red-green color blindness, then in chroma glasses can reveal a greater spectrum of color without compromising either color accuracy or balance. You can try your glasses risk-free. We accept returns for any reason within 60 days. Right, so I saw Jacksepticeye also do this site. I just realized it's the same site that he did it, where he did a color blindness test. And yeah, I thought I was basically similar to him. I just remembered, yep, this is the same symbols. That's why I'm kind of was confused. But yeah. So, did you guys see all of that stuff? Do you see how messed up my color vision is? I might get these glasses. I don't know yet. I'm going to save this website and basically check it out a little later. But until then, where's my... stop. But until then, basically, yeah. That's basically my color, how bad my color vision is. There are other tests and stuff that we can do if you want to, but essentially that's the main one that I was sent the link to and everything. So yeah, how would you guys do? Did any of you do that with me, you know, and stuff? I did basically show you the website and stuff of where to find it. I think you can pretty much just go into Google and find it. But yeah, Jeff says hi, Tubbs, great big hugs and many snuggles. Hey Jeff, glad you're here. You missed the color blindness thing. It's also made my eyes see water because of the eye strain. You're trying to figure out what freaking dots are, where they are. We're probably going to do another one anyway. Jeff, are you colorblind to any different colors and stuff? Did any of you guys have problems with those, with any of those dots and stuff? I didn't know that about greens. Apparently it might be some more green. I did get told that basically I won't be able to see the color pink like a long time ago when I did that color test. But I was only told that like 1 or 2 shades of green might be not available to my eyes, but apparently it's different shades, so that makes sense, kind of, I guess. But yeah, like I said, colorblindness is like it's not anything to be ashamed of. It's just kind of a bit of a bummer, I guess. But then again, it's like most people are born with colorblindness or born with partial colorblindness, and it doesn't bother us because, like I said, you can't miss something if you never had it. So yeah. But no, now you have an idea, hopefully, of like the kind of like colors that I can and can't see. That was very like timed test. I did feel like I was very put on the spot. I don't like timed tests. I felt like it was going to change if I didn't like quickly poke a button or something. So like we'll look for something that isn't so timed, I guess. But yeah. Something a bit more funsies. Ugh. Here we go. I kind of burp yawned. It's like day 4 of cleaning out the freezer. I'm just full of, it's the meat drawer. I basically had a bunch of fish and so much chicken is in me right now. And my chair is creaking a lot. I've eaten like at least a chicken worth of chicken. I don't know why I do this to myself. I'm not Tubbs. My father is colorblind too, so I definitely understand. Cool. Well, we can do a colorblind test together and see what helps. See if like you are actually maybe partially colorblind or something. In fact, let's do that. Let me just bring up a colorblind test that isn't super speedy, you know, super I am stuffed with chicken, yes. Color Max. Oh, this is the one that Jacksepticeye did. Jacksepticeye. That's not his name. But yeah, let me just bring this up. Here we go. Okay. Oh, I can do this. Is this coming up on the screen? I'm looking at the preview. Oh, yes, that's good. It should just have it on the screen. Yeah, there we go. Right, so these are really tiny images to me. Right, so it's just a bunch of these images. So basically, just tell me in the chat of which what number you see in the image. I don't see anything in this image. I really don't. It's nothing to me. So yeah, hit me with your best number. If there is no number, basically let me know. I think. Yeah, I got nothing. How are you, Jeff? Anyway, how has your day been? Is there an option to basically say to them, I don't know what the number is? Wow, this is a harder one. I can't see anything in any of these. Yeah, I just did. I just did that. It's not, for some reason it's, wow. I just broke it. Why can't do anything with that? Anyway. Right, I'm looking at the preview. It's just a little bit, it's just annoying with the delay. There it is, I can see it now. 7 for the first one. Okay, so we'll go for 7. Again, I don't see anything, so this will show you how bad I am. What about the next one? Oh, the number pictured is 7. Most individuals with normal color vision will see this number. Yeah, I got nothing. So you are already showing me how good normal color vision is. The next one, I've also got nothing. Let me just scroll down so you can see it. What about this one? I can kind of see like there's a little bit of a swirly pattern here, but that's just the pattern of the dots. So what? It might be an 8 or something. Or am I just guessing? Bearbuff, you can do it too. I don't mind a bit of help. It's basically testing the vision of Tubbs's live chat feed 6. Okay, I'll believe you. The number of pictures is 6. Most individuals in all cover vision will see this number. Okay. Next one. What about the one below it? I mean, there's an 8 in there. I keep seeing 8, but that's mainly because I like 8. Bearbuff, you can have partial color blindness. I don't have fully color blindness, but I can't. 26. Oh my god, I think I see it, but I'm not entirely. I just can see like this bit. You can see an 8. But when you said 26, I can kind of see, is this the 2? And 8 is the 6 here. Again. You're miraculous if you can see that. Most people, individuals with color blindness, see this number. What about the next one? The next one is like, oh, I think, is it like 17? If I squint my eyes really a lot, I can kind of see that there's some kind of green or something in there. Like I said, this one's a lot harder than the other one. 15. Okay. Okay, so number pictures is 15. All color vision, we'll see this number. Yep, you're good. Right, this one. Okay, I've got nothing. I'm like tilting the screen as well because the polarization on the monitor is kind of a little bit is a little bit off. You know, I need to actually bend my head to see like deeper colors. Although, is that cheating? I think that's cheating because it shifts the colors slightly so I can maybe see something. 73. See, this is what I mean. I'm amazed at what you're doing right now, Jeff, because like, oh, the number of pictures is actually 6. Most colorblind people won't see this number clearly. See, I was saying your praises, and then like, I'm not saying you let me down. I'm just saying that basically, like, I let myself down. They are hard to see, Tubbs, so I definitely understand how you feel. Yeah. Well, I'm diagnosed partially colorblind, so okay. This one's hard because I'm sure there's pink in this one because it's setting off all of the, like, all I can see is yellowy orange. I'm not seeing any connections on the yellowy oranges. It's crazy. It's just like, yeah. I'm sorry, Tubbs. I was looking at the wrong one. Sorry. What? Which one are you? It's getting harder. Oh, Jesus Christ. So is this one 73 or is this one not anything? We're doing the one that's always at the top of the screen. The one that's always at the top of the screen. I think that's 73. Right. Okay, 73. The number pictured is 73. Most individuals with normal color vision will see this number. Very good. Awesome. Okay, now we do the next one. The one I haven't entered the number for. So, yeah. This one, you think this one's 23? Or is this not 23? This is just the same as the other one to me. Ooh, no, that's nothing. 5, 5, oh, 16. 5 or 16. This one is 5 or 16. I'm going to go with 5, just because Jeffrey said answered first. Yep, it's 5. I'm not getting any of these. All of these would be wrong for me. This is crazy. Okay, this one. The one with the cursor, where my cursor is. If you can you see my cursor? Pretty sure you can see my cursor. Yeah, you can. You can see the cursor. Right. I've got nothing. I'm colorblind, I think. Darwin, you should definitely take a test. 45. This one, 45. Okay. 45. The number pictured is actually 16. So you were saying, Howard, I mean, Darwin, were you actually saying this one's 16? Okay, well, we'll go to the next one. Colorblind people won't see this number clearly. So we're going to this one. I can see a lot of green and grey, but I can't actually see any numbers in this one. The next one is 45. This one's 45. 45. Right. Another picture is 45. Most individuals normal color vision can see. Right, you're correct, Jeff. Right. Now I don't want to give this one away, but I'm pretty sure I know what this one is, because it's orange and blue. And they're my two favorite colors. I know I can see those colors. So I'm going to give you guys a hint. If you say this is 45, I'm going to kick you guys, because I know which one this one is. 12, right? Right. 12. Oh, I was all like, oh my god! See, I can totally see color. See, I can see this number. Everyone should see this number 12, including people that are colorblind. Okay. Ooh, is this one like 20 or 80 or something? 28. I can see something. Sorry, I'll move down so you're not confused. 29. 29. And the next one, number pictures is 29. Most individuals with normal color vision will see this number. Well, at least I've got one that normal color vision people can see. Is this one 3? Or is it 3 or 8? I can see this one kind of. There's a something in here. I think it's a 3. I'm sorry if I just screwed up your color test, guys, but you know, 8. Yeah, it's an 8. So I was wrong. And the last one, I think this one might be. I can see that there's a number in here, but I have no idea what it is. I have no idea what that is. The other test was easier because they had an I don't know button. 74. Okay. Let's see. The number pictured is 74. Most individuals with more color vision will see this. Well, that's good. Is there like a done button? There's no done button. Oh, okay. It doesn't help at all. It didn't give me any results or anything. I was expecting for it to come up with some results or something. But yeah. So based on this, Jeff, I can say that you and potentially Darwin are basically not colorblind. I think you basically can help me with my color blindness because I didn't see any of these apart from one, and I got it wrong because I saw 20. I saw that one. I saw the 20 something one, and I saw a number that is almost an 8. I could only see this bit. Whatever this is, if there's something here, I can't see it. So, but there you go. So if I go back to but there you go. So we did another one. Thanks, Steph, for doing this test. It's very interesting. LiveTUBBs, I'm so sorry. It's okay. But no, now you see my struggles. So basically, all of these colors, you can see all of them, which is great. But I can only see what, like 4 out of, I can see like 8 out of 12. I don't know. I didn't get the 8. I thought it was 3. I can't see most of it. But yeah, that's living with color blindness. I'm going to throw these pencils over there. But no, because they're good pencils. I don't want to break any of them. Even if it will mean that I get to use my sharpener again, because I like using the piggy sharpener. But yeah. By the way, somebody says that, well, it's labeled on here, but somebody also said to me that the it says on the side of this, like there's writing on the side of this. I can see on the camera, kind of. I can't see here because this on camera appears to be the side of it appears to be purple, and the front of it appears to be white to me. But I can't read this. But if I look on camera, the camera, I can actually read it, and it says I'm a pink piggy. So it's telling me it's a color that I can't see. So this should be invisible. But I can see brown. You know, I see parts of it. I don't have full color blindness. I have partial color blindness, but we did a test at the beginning, and we saw how colorblind I was, and that test even basically shows how colorblind I am. So yeah. Yeah, I managed to basically just fake the colors and managed to somehow get them right. Whenever you have to use a pink or a certain green that I can't see, it's like, yeah. But it's not really that big of a struggle. It is when you're actually coloring in, because basically I can't see a lot of the colors when they come out of the pencil. Like, yeah. Oh, I'm glad you like the haircut. But yeah, that's made my eyes water because of all the staring at the screen. I was honestly, you guys didn't see it, but like just looking at the actual screen, I was like this and looking down, trying to get the, you know, the effect of the brightness and stuff on the screen, to basically see if I could trick my computer into showing me the right colors. Because that sometimes helps. Oh, fuck's sake. I think I actually screwed my eye up because now I've got an eyelash in it. Yay. I had a shower. I had a really nice cool shower because it's been so hot here today. But I basically just turned on the cold water and just was underneath it. Guys are watering too. I'm sorry, guys. I won't put you through that again. Unless you want to go through the one that I did earlier, Jeff. Yeah. But it might be a bit tricky because of the delay of the live stream and the it's got a time delay. It's a timed test. You know, you have to answer them quickly and honestly. And it's like there's no time for me to stop and wait for answers. It basically requires an answer then and there, or it just switches to the next picture. But yeah. Oh, okay, it was yawning. Why? Why was yawning? There you go. It stopped the yawning. So yeah, I basically did talk about Jeffrey. I did talk about like all my colorblindness stuff at the beginning of the stream. I'm sorry if anybody missed that and wanted to see that, but then again, it's on here. You can easily just like do it. You know, you can go back and find it. Oh, I missed a bit of my face fuzz. I did my haircut. Yeah. You can't really see it. Oh, you can, just the light is like glowing blondness. Yeah. I got rid of whatever's on my leg. I had some dry skin on my leg. But I managed to get rid of that in the shower. After I filmed that thing, that video, the sumo squatting video, there's actually something wrong with my foot. I hate this because it means I have to try to get my foot onto my lap, which is really hard. Well, if you could just give me a second, Darwin, I've got to try to look at my toe. I've got a splinter or something. Can't actually breathe when I'm trying to get my foot on my knee. It's my foot, people. See, foot. People who want to see my foot, there it is, my foot. Ugh. I have no idea what's wrong with my foot. A Bear Watch t-shirt. I just got like feel like I've got a splinter or something on one of my toes, but there's nothing there. I don't know. Oh, that squished my food because, like I said, I've got like a whole chicken and some fish and stuff in my belly because it's day whatever of cleaning out my freezer. And it was like the meat tray. I didn't have all of the meat, like all of the like proper steaks or anything, because yeah. Also, my back. I don't know. I can't really show my back off on camera. It doesn't really work that way. Oh, hello. Tiny spider. I don't know how much of it you can see. There's my back. It's not that impressive. Oh, I should have asked this earlier, like way earlier. Way earlier, I should have asked this. But how old are you, Darwin? You said you're using your dad's account earlier, like in another earlier stream. But no, it just occurred to me. I was like, maybe I shouldn't do this because I'm pretty sure that, like, I don't do this for kids. You know, this is not a kid show. Ow. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with my toe. I'm gonna have to get Damon to look at it. Look at my owie on my toe. Thanks, Jeff. I'm glad you like my struggling. Did you like that video that was on the Tanker Tubbs channel? I haven't checked the comments yet. It might be my toenail that's digging into my other toe. I don't know. I'm 19. Well, that's okay then. I was just double checking. Double checking. Can't be too careful. You know. I personally don't like the headline. You know, YouTuber jailed or fined or something for like exposing himself to kids on the internet. You know, that's super bad. In fact. So yeah, like I said, I was just checking. You know, if I was absolutely sure, you know, if I was absolutely sure that you were like 12 or 13 or something, then I can tell. I'm a teen counselor, so I can tell. Usually, anyway, I can usually tell when somebody's trying to pretend to be like over 18 and stuff. But yeah. No, I was just, like I said, double checking. The feet video is great, Tubbs, but I'm more into your sexy legs and stuff. Well, that is the thing. I did that video because basically somebody wanted to see my legs better. They wanted to like more leg view, and basically I wanted to do something different other than just the feet view. So basically, I did that video because not just for the feet people, but for anybody that wanted to see the legs, because it's kind of a rehash of one of my older videos. But yeah, and I did like did say that it's kind of my crappy sumo routine, because that's a very crappy version. It's a very it's a very quick version of my sumo routine, because basically the leg squats are bad form. I've got so bad form when I look at that. You know, when I look at that when I looked at that on replay and stuff, yeah. And yeah, I should definitely invest in a Mawashi, because my junk in my shorts is all over the place. You know, even though I'm wearing 2 pairs of pants, like my junk is wiggling around all over the place. And there are cuts in it. I don't know if you noticed, but those cuts are basically because you could see the outline of my junk, even though I'm wearing 2 pairs of pants. The whole problem with the Mawashi, by the way, and that's a nappy. A nappy. That's basically the sumo nappy. That scared the crap out of me just now. Like, there's a crack of the door that I can see out of. That's just black because it's the outside, you know, and I haven't turned the outside lights on. But no, something appeared in that crack. I was like, oh. But no, it's a moth. It's just a moth that is trying to get into the office, but the crack just isn't that big enough for it to do. Anyway, yeah, the whole point of the mawashi, which is the mawashi is basically a bandage. It's like it's a very thick bandage that you kind of wrap around, and it's very, very ceremonial how they actually wrap it around and put it on them. But essentially, they wrap it around really tight so that all of their junk, their balls and their dick, the balls especially, basically go inside them. It's basically to squeeze their bits to push them inside them, so that the opponent doesn't have anything to grab onto besides the actual waist of the mawashi. And I don't want my nuts squished. You know, it's just a thing. It's a personal preference, you know. Basically, I do not want my nuts squished into myself. That's you definitely made me very happy. That's good. I look 16 though. That's cool, Darren. You always look young. Darren says, out of curiosity, how old do you have to be to watch you and tell you these things? Well, basically, you know, I don't really have an age limit. However, you know, you shouldn't really be interested in these things until you're a certain age anyway. Like anybody that watches me that is like 13 or 14, basically, and I find out how old they are, I tend to basically block them or hide them from my channel, because I don't want them to, you know, I'm not, this isn't for them. This just isn't for you guys. If any of you guys are watching, this isn't for you guys. But essentially, like, if anybody's above 14, then I don't mind them watching. However, if a 14 or 15-year-old did basically ask me to show me their belly, show them my belly, then basically I would be like, no. No. I don't take requests from anybody that's under the age of 18. I just don't. It's nope. So yeah. But yeah, basically, like anybody that's above the age of 18, I'm okay with. I'm cool with. I basically just. I'm also not interested in people that are below the age of like 20, 19, 18. You know, I just like anybody that is in those ages, I tend to feel like anybody that I've met in those ages, like emotionally and sexually, seems to be very immature, and kind of like that's an incredible boner killer for me. So yeah, and of course anybody below the age of 18, it's just like no, you know. Besides the legal and ethical ramifications, just no. It's a huge like not even a turn off. It's just a huge kind of like lock my pants up kind of thing. Really not into it. So yeah. Oh, okay. It sounds uncomfortable to. Yes, Mawashis are. They are. Diane says, let's change Congo. Okay. I just agree with you on that, Tubbs. Yeah. Diane said, what about 16? Again, I wouldn't entertain. I just feel incredibly uncomfortable talking to anybody like under the age of 18 about anything like adult and or sexual. I just would, unless of course they are talking to me on the LGBT chat room, which is basically like because I'm a counselor, so basically they have to tell me about junk like this sometimes. So it's like yeah, that's kind of my job. That's just a different thing. Oh, Leather says, "What's up, everybody? Nothing. We did a color blindness test and found out that basically Jeffrey is completely fine, and potentially Darwin is completely fine. Although Darwin, I do suggest that you take the test as well, especially if you have hopes of becoming like an airline pilot or like an astronaut or what else do you have to be? Like, do you have to have like going into fashion? Although, you know, being in fashion and being a being an artist and stuff, color blindness isn't a bar. So yeah. So yeah, but Jeff is cool. I'm definitely fucked. I thought I'm a lot worse than I thought I was. You know, I thought I just had like, oh, it's a couple of shades that I don't like of colors that I can't see, and it's fine. You know, but no, apparently I'm like majorly, like partially colorblind. So it's like, wow, I have huge red-green color blindness. It's like, Jesus Christ. Have you ever lied and regretted it? That's a weird question. Yeah, I think everybody has. Everybody in their lifetime will lie and regret it. I mean, that's just the thing. What was it about? That's the thing. I have done it. You know, there have been a couple of lies that I haven't instantly regretted. I just have regretted saying them. You know, in general, like I used to be really into Egypt when I was little. When I was a kid, I used to be really into ancient Egypt, and you know, being an Egyptologist when I grew up and stuff, because it just seemed fascinating to me. Just ancient Egyptian architecture was just so cool to me and stuff like that. I don't know why I loved it. You know, I love like imagining being in ancient Egyptian times for some reason. Again, don't get it. It was just a kid phase thing. But no, I basically said to everybody that like, oh, I've been to Egypt and I come from Egypt, and I'm just like, I'm like a pharaoh ancestor person. I was really little. And yeah, just a couple of my friends, when they came over to my house, and they immediately asked my mother, like, has Sean been to Egypt? And I was like, oh. So yeah, that was great. I really, again, and when I was in high school, the first 2 years of high school, I was really into anime and Japanese stuff, and of course, so like, what is it called, weeaboo? I was just very into reading, like the manga, reading anime. It was fascinating, again. But I basically said that I was going to go to Japan, like in the summer sometime. I'm going to go to Japan. And I basically said it to so many people and so often that I was like, you know, when I came back from summer, I had been not to Japan. I went to Spain with my family, but again, I said it to so many people, and I can't remember how it stuck, but a bunch of people basically got into their heads that I said that I was definitely going to Japan, but we went to Spain with my family. And that was the summer that my brother came to the school. My brother had actually gotten to the age where he was in that school now. So my brother basically told everybody that I didn't go to Japan, and even though I'd made out like I had been to Japan and said how great Tokyo was and stuff. I was like, oh no, no. Basically, after that, yeah. I don't think there's been any major lies that have basically been like that I regret. You know, I just remember being like completely crushed when somebody just like I was just telling, yeah, I was yelling at my brother for basically telling everybody that I hadn't been to Japan, and he was like, well, you haven't, and I was like, I know I haven't, but you know. But then I look stupid. It's funny now, you know, but Jesus. Um. Oh, there used to be this thing in school, in like high school, and in middle school, but mostly in high school. No, it was mostly middle school. But no, what used to happen is that basically teachers would send you to other classes. You know, if you've been naughty, if you've been bad, um, like I had been a couple of times in middle school, basically the teacher would send you to another class. You know, you're being disruptive. If they keep you in this class and if they put you in the corner and make you face the other way and like do something, then basically you're still in that class. You still have the opportunity to disrupt the class somehow. So they would send you out to another classroom. So what I used to do is basically like if that ever happened to me, I would basically leave the classroom, and wait a few minutes, and then come back into the classroom, and basically tell the teacher that had just sent me out of the classroom that, oh, the teacher said that I couldn't come into the class. You know, the teacher said I couldn't come into the class. He said that he's full or whatever. And it used to always be like I used to like every single teacher that I did this to, slowly I ran out of opportunities to do this to them, because eventually they would all tell, you know, that the teacher would bring me into the classroom that I was told to go to basically to just be in that class or be outside the class or whatever, and basically like they would just be like, it would be so embarrassing. They would just like, you know, say it's like, he just said that you weren't that you wouldn't take him into your class or have him stand outside your class, and I'd just be like, you know, because the other teacher would be like, he didn't come in here. I don't know what you're talking about. He's lying to you. You know, and I just feel like just slowly creep away, try to get away from the whole situation, hide in the bathroom. It's so bullshit, you know. Yes, your brother didn't have to make it worse by telling it got you. Telling it I got you to what? Well, he did, because he's a little brother, and that's what he does. You know. Yeah. Brothers have to call the other brothers out on their bullshit. They just have to. That's pretty smooth, Tubbs, but and it worked until you got caught. Until they caught on, yeah, basically. Tubbs, how old were you when you started getting big? My friend wants to. Oh, your friend asking for a friend. You know, what do you do if you have suicidal thoughts? Asking for a friend. I'm kidding. You know, I believe that you might be genuine about it, asking for a friend. When I started getting big, you know, that's a very very vague question. Do you mean when I started when I put on weight? Is that what you're asking? Is that where you're? Yeah. You were going Mission Impossible on them. Yeah, kind of. It's just that in preschool was funny. Preschool was hysterical because basically preschool, I knew how to work that system. I was kind of, I'm not going to say, I was slightly smarter than preschool, okay? I was slightly smarter than, when everybody else was at preschool level, I was definitely in middle school level because basically I got bored with all of the shitty lessons. I was genuinely interested for the first year of preschool, junior high, whatever you want to call it, because they had open doors, when they had playtime and lesson time and stuff like that. And what I would do is I would just, I basically would play in playtime, but then lesson time would happen, and everybody gathered around the teacher, and when everybody gathered around the teacher, I would make like I needed to go pee. So I went to the bathroom, but I went towards the bathroom, and I basically walked around the corridors. Even had a little time on a little bit of the extra playground. It was all by myself, so it wasn't that much fun. And then I just I played in the library and played outside of the classrooms and stuff with all the equipment and toys and stuff, because nobody cared. Like I never got caught. It was funny. It was. So when I went to like junior high, middle school, whatever you want to call it, I basically tried that on like the first or second day. When lesson time happened, I basically left the class, and I walked around the school and stuff like that, and got my bearings and stuff. And I went to the library, and I was looking at the books and playing like Where's Wally and all that stuff. Where's Waldo in the US? But yeah, when I came back, of course, the teacher was like, where were you? Where did you go? I said, I had to go pee. It's like, well, you have to tell me when you're going to go pee. And it's like, oh shit, these days are over. But what I did instead was, I was a bit of a thief in middle school, because they had these plastic trays underneath their desks instead of lockers and everything. So essentially, I basically like figured out that people just kept their stuff in their stuff, in little trays under the. I was a kid, I didn't know better, okay. But no, basically we had marbles. All of the kids had marbles. Where would they put them? In their trays. So I'd get like the biggest, best marble that I could ever get, because basically I could, when we were doing lessons, I basically could just put my hand underneath the desk and check their tray to see if they've got anything, and then just like pocket their marbles. I was like, why is no one else doing this? This is so easy. I was a kid. I didn't know any better. By the time that I was out of middle school, I did, of course, know that you shouldn't do that stuff. That was bullshit, and I was a bad person then, kind of. But yeah, I would like read comic books. I would do doodling and stuff. Whenever I had my tray, I basically just open it up to where the teacher could see it while everybody was doing their studying and stuff. And I would just doodle or read comic books or stuff, just stuff. I'd play on my Game Boy. I had a Game Boy by then, and I'd be playing on it. And again, like, teacher never knew. It was awesome. But yeah. And then, of course, high school happened, and then I basically started realizing that, that we were becoming adults, and bullshit started to matter less, and it was annoying. Yeah, I basically worked for the system in high school. It was a different time, anyway. Honestly, my friend is a fan. Okay, so he wants to know when I started getting big. Well, I accidentally put on some weight after I had a really bad accident, and after that, I basically didn't care about how big or small I was after that. So eventually, I got to this size. It's only taken like 10 years. So yeah, basically, I was in a wheelchair. I was in a hospital bed and a wheelchair for like half a year, for eight or 9 months, and I maintained my diet, and then basically I put on my first bit of weight, and basically just never cared to get rid of it. But I didn't intentionally do this. This didn't happen on purpose. It just it's kind of just me. So yeah. Tubbs, that's so awesome. What part is awesome? And Lever says, wow. What? Wow. Sorry guys, I'm gonna need you to clarify about what you're exclaiming about. Do have a bit of a dry throat. That's awesome. That's awesome you. Whoa! My drink exploded. Ah. Next 2 weeks are going to go so smoothly. Damon's going to be here, all that stuff. My school days, what? It weren't a thing, you know. I'm really not nostalgic about my school days, apart from because basically, you know, for middle school, for the most part, I was a thief. You know, in kindergarten, I was, well, preschool. It was kind of kinder. I don't know how you would describe it. You know, from the ages of like 4 to 8. I don't know how old you are before you go into middle school, because they have like is it called reception? I can't remember what it's called. And you've got the different years. I know from the age of 12, you're basically in high school in the UK. It's not called high school; it's called secondary school in the UK, because you got preschool or reception, however you want to call it, and then you got primary school, because it was like, beginner school, primary school, and then secondary school. Whereas in, what is it called in the US? It's called preschool. Is it called junior high? And then is it high school? I think that's how it goes. I don't know. In America, it's different, like, because you've got cars and shit at your high schools. But aren't you there until you're like 18? I don't know. Again, I don't know what the education system is like in the US. '17. You see, that's when we start learning how to drive cars in the UK. But isn't it like 15 or something in the US? I don't know. Junior high isn't that common anymore. Well, what's it called? There's a school. Is it just called school? It's like high school, and then no, it's just school, and then high school, right? I don't know. What's just called middle school? So what's junior high then? Is it just junior school, middle school, then high school? I don't know. Is it different in different states as well? I don't. Yeah, this is what's hard. Middle school, then high school. I was a late bloomer. I didn't get my license until I was 18. Well, I got mine at like 17, 18. But then by the time I was 20, 21, I basically I gave up my car, and I haven't driven since, apart from like once or twice when I had to get to the train station. When Damon had two cars, Damon used to have two cars. He basically had a big truck, and also a car, just a car. I think it's a Range Rover. I'm not sure. Land Rover. I don't know. But basically, yeah. I used to occasionally, because I still have my license technically. I basically went to. Every now and again, I used to go to the train station when it was cheaper, and basically take the train to London or wherever I wanted to go. I fucking hate driving. I really do. I sometimes have dreams where I basically don't have a license, but I still have to drive a car. I'm just faking it. How to drive, because I forget how to drive. I don't know what that's about. But I'm so scared that I'm going to get pulled over for some reason. I don't know. The human brain's stupid. It is scary. I don't know why it's scary. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm behind a car. But in real life, I could easily get behind a car and I can drive somewhere relatively easily and stuff. But I really don't want to, because I don't like actually driving. I really fucking hate driving. If I'm driving for anything more than 20 minutes, I start to get nervous, and I start to feel like I could kill anybody with this vehicle right now. And that thought just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger in my head, until basically I'm just nervous to the point where I don't want to drive anymore. So I usually end up, when I had the car, I usually would just pull over and wait for a little while, eat something, and basically keep going. Tubbs, driving here is so bad. It used to be fun to drive, but not anymore. Why is that? By the way, guys, you've got until my partner comes back from his mum's, which is happening in around about 20 minutes time. But I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to be doing the LiveTUBBStalk every day this week, because it is advice week. God bless me. I find it funny that you're religious, but you're called Darwin. Oh, who's going? It says a necessity to drive now to drive. That's the thing. I'm waiting. I can't wait until AI cars comes along. I'm really looking forward to that. Why is it taking so long to get AI driverless cars? I want that now, because that would basically solve the issue. I'll buy leather and buy Darwin. Random. Yeah, that would basically solve my issue of the nervousness, because then if the car kills someone, it wouldn't be my fault. Drove this car, dude. It just ran into stuff. I don't know. No, Leather, I'm not leaving. I'm going in about 20 minutes. Because I'm basically waiting for Damon to come back. Because Damon was at his mum's. He should be on his way here still. But no, when he does come back, I'm going to leave. Loud noise. FHDO2. What the hell is FHDO2? So I got a random computer bullshit happening. My computer's like uploading, so I'm still uploading files to the Tank of Tubs channel. And it's just telling me that it can't upload this file. I'm like, why can't you upload the file? How hard is it to upload the file? Are you stupid? There it is. Okay, you're always amazed at the horrible driving. Again, that's one of the reasons why driverless cars. I couldn't wait, guys. I can't. I need the driverless cars. Take away my driving responsibility. Plus, I fall asleep in cars all the time. Not when I'm driving, but it is always a fear that I'm going to fall asleep in the car. That's okay, Leather. We're just hanging out for a little while. But yeah, Jeffrey, you'd have to get used to driving on the right side of the road. Left side of the road, left side of the road. Which is the right side of the road, historically. I'm not saying it's, I'm not saying I'm proud of the English for the right side of the road, the left side of the road driving, but it just makes more sense. Historically, it makes more sense. Practically, too, if you think about it. I think I've already mentioned this, why the left-right divide and why it makes more sense to drive on the left side and stuff. Oh, guys, I need a topic for tomorrow. So I've got like a topic in mind, but I don't know whether to use that later on. You know. But yeah, if anybody's got a suggestion for a topic of conversation or like advice or anything that you guys like need help on, then let me know, because it is advice week, so I need topics for every single day. Speaking of pulling over, I like this YouTube movie. What YouTube movie? They're called Videos. Videos and YouTube are called Videos. By the way, I'm thinking about basically doing a bear watch kind of thing. You know, there's like bears that I keep noticing on YouTube that aren't bears. You know, they don't identify as bears, but they're bears. I'm thinking of doing like a bear watch episode or something. By the way, driving now for me is a real pain, because like I haven't got behind the steering wheel for a while now, but I did actually sit in the driver's seat, not driving, just sat in the driver's seat, and my belly is on the steering wheel. Even with the seat back, my belly's on the steering wheel. That's terrible. I already have a problem with seatbelts. Yeah. And the steering wheel is on the right side in the UK too. Wow, I'd be so confused. Yeah. I think I heard a car. I doubt that's him though, because he's still got like 15 minutes to go. Sorry, I already shared it, but it doesn't show on the chat. Don't know why. How can I share the link on the chat? You can't unless you're a moderator. My pipe's being weird. I can't make you a moderator right now because I'm not logged in as that as the channel. Sorry. Jeffrey, can you hover over Bearbuff's name? You know, over the three dots. Can you see if you can make him a moderator? If you can't, then don't worry about it. I don't know if you can do that. I think that might be Damon actually. This is an hour ago. I hate math. Is it algebra or is it just regular math? Or can you get him back? Don says I love the slopes. Really? Oh, so it's algebra. Oh, that's not that hard. I mean, it is hard, but you know. I don't suppose you can type in an equation or something, and then I could like give you a hint, but yeah, I don't think it works. But they ask you to divide numbers and brackets and all that stuff. Jeffrey, did you do it? Did you do it, or should I? I'm just going to try. Right, give me a sec. There we go. And I can't see myself. Do you have an X tube? So one of the frequently asked questions. I don't anymore. Nobody watched it. said you're attracted. Hiccups. Indigestion. Give me hiccups. Bev, also you should be able to post the link now. Hiccup. That's okay. I know you. I know why you do it. Can you tell me why? But you know. Really? I crashed my computer because I'm opening yet another window. Okay. Okay. So what was the? What was the video about? Oh, it's a cute cop dad. That's what you said. Right. So I'm trying to finish my pipe, but it keeps going back on. It doesn't want to go out. Weird. That's okay, Leather. I understand. I'm just gonna put it down. It'll go out by itself. It will. It will. Oh, Jesus. That's probably what the suggestion was about. Okay, well, I'm going to go to guys, because that was Damon. I got the confirmation on my phone. So thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And yeah, feel free to try to suggest a topic or something. I really, really, really would appreciate it if somebody would make more suggestions and stuff. But until then, till tomorrow, I'll see you guys. So, belly rubs and belly salute. I'll see you in like 12 hours or so. Say bye, Tubbs, and I'll hit the goodbye button. Bye, Chris. Sorry, Chris. Later, dudes. I'm waiting for the bye, Tubbs. Thank you, Jeff. Bye, guys. Chris, you can drop onto Discord or something. Like I'll probably still be around for a while and check my mail and all that stuff. For the next half an hour, I won't be. But you know, see you in a bit.